If you've ever found yourself scrolling through therapist match websites like Psychology Today, Hello Alma, Grow Therapy, you get the picture. You might have been overwhelmed by all the acronyms and titles. PsyD, PhD, LMHC, LFT, licensed counselor, and more. Very confusing and overwhelming, especially when you want help. Today, I'm here to break down what all the letters mean and explain the differences in training. So hopefully that will help you decide how to choose the right mental health professional for your unique needs. Stick around if you want to feel more empowered and informed about your therapy choices. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights on mental health wellness. Okay, let's start. So therapist match websites like Psychology Today, Headway is one, Hello Alma, Grow Therapy, you kind of know what I mean. They're like dating sites, but therapist match sites, right? They have made finding a mental health professional more accessible than ever, which is a great, great thing. You know, as a mental health advocate, I love that. These sites allow you to search by location, by specialty, and even therapeutic approach. However, with thousands of therapists listed, the variety of credentials and acronyms can be very confusing. Right? So on these platforms, you'll see titles such as psychologist, and then maybe in quotations, a PsyD or PhD, or you'll see LMHC or LFT and the licensed counselor. Each designation indicates different levels of training, focus, and areas of expertise. Some websites even allow you to filter your search based on these credentials, which is especially helpful if you're looking for a therapist with a higher clinical training or someone who specializes in a particular treatment. So one of the reasons why I jumped on is because I have found that people have no idea what they're searching for and no idea how to find what they're looking for. So while these sites make mental health more accessible, and it's a great thing if you're seeking help, it can also be overwhelming to decipher which credentials align with your needs. So that's why today's video is all about helping you make sense of these acronyms. So let's break down some of the most common titles and acronyms you'll see. The first one is psychologist, and that's PsyD or PhD. I am a PsyD, okay? These people are professionals who are doctoral level clinicians for mental health treatment, okay? So these professionals typically receive extensive training in an academic setting where they research and get clinical practice in mental health well-being and therapy. They have experience with evidence-based therapies. Many have teaching, like I used to teach at St. John's University. I ran a clinic there for some time. But doctoral level clinicians typically have an understanding of psychological theory. They've done some research on it, and they have the research that they can apply certain techniques into a clinical setting. So doctoral level clinicians typically have very hands-on therapeutic techniques for day-to-day, but they get a little bit more training and dive a little bit deeper into when and how to implement these techniques. So sometimes when you go to master's level clinicians, they're very good. They know like, one or two different, special techniques, but when you deal with a doctoral level clinician, because they're in school longer and they have more clinical practice, we typically know a variety of techniques. So when people call me and say, do you know how to do CBT? I'm like, yeah, that's one of the techniques I know how to use. With master's level clinicians like LMHCs, these people hold professional master's degree in counseling. They are trained to provide therapy for a wide range of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, stress management, that sort of thing. But they typically, or not typically, they do have less training than a doctoral level clinician. So while they are highly skilled in providing practical, client-centered therapy, they might not know, or typically are not trained to know, as many techniques as a doctoral level clinician would, unless they've gotten training outside of their graduate career or graduate training to seek other sorts of treatment modalities. They typically know one or two, where a doctoral level clinician will typically know a lot more. But they are, fine. They're skilled clinicians. If you just need someone to like talk to about everyday things, to give you like everyday tips, they usually are very skilled at CBT. And if you're with a licensed, a LFT, a licensed family therapist, they're going to specialize in, and they're also master's level clinicians, they're going to specialize in everyday family relationship type things. And that might be all you need, right? And that's what the beauty in having all these mastered level clinicians is, that mental health is accessible. And, there are a lot more of them out there. But if you feel like you need to take a deeper dive, or you've been with a master's level clinician and they've gotten you so far, but you feel like you need to take a little bit of a deeper dive, or you want really research-backed, evidence-based treatment modalities to make sure that you are efficiently, quickly getting to the change you want, typically you're going to go with a doctoral level clinician, just because they've had more experience and more training, unless, like I said, the master's level have gone on for different training or more specialized training. But, I think it's great. That I'm a mental health advocate. I think everybody deserves and needs a therapist. So the fact that there are these wonderful mental health master's level clinicians and all these therapy match websites, I think are awesome, because it just makes it so much more accessible to find someone. But hopefully giving this explanation of the acronyms will help you guys better understand what you're looking for, so you make the right decision the first time. The great thing about these therapy sites is that they allow you to typically do a free consult first, to see if you're feeling the vibe with your therapist, because research shows the number one thing that helps with improvement of life is the rapport you build with your therapist, right? And then once you build that rapport, then it comes down to the techniques, right? So again, everyday solutions, stress management, giving you tips, making you feel heard, just having that ear to talk to. You're typically looking at a master's level clinician, unless, like I said, they've specialized. But if you want to dive deeper, you want to build connection, possibly why something in your childhood has affected how you're dealing with things now, and evidence-based techniques, typically you're looking for a doctoral level clinician for psychotherapy. Okay, I hope that helps, and I wish you guys all the best in your mental health wellness journey. If you are interested in treatment with me, there is a link below. I am on both Alma and Headway, and do take insurance. And there is a link to my website, where if I can't see you for psychotherapy, I have tons of courses and self-paced memberships and courses to help you along with your mental health wellness journey. All right, guys, I know that was a mouthful, and I know I talk a lot, but I hope that was helpful. Okay, see you later.